It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're still with your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, here on SABC3. So much learning this morning. Earlier on the show, we spoke about the beautiful and appropriately named Western Leopard toad that can only be found in the Western Cape. Makes it so special. Now, we get to learn about it as a species regarding its mating protocol and more with Dr. Andrew Turner, an ecologist from Cape Nature, who joins us again. Andrew, thank you so much for staying with us.
Sure, it's a pleasure.
What's the leopard toad's usual habitat, and where do they typically go for breeding season?
Okay, so the Western Leopard toad is restricted to Strandveld and fynbos habitats along the southwestern parts of the Western Cape, so just really the westernmost edge, pretty much from Cape Town down to Agulhas, in various little scattered localities.
I believe they've got quite a unique and special mating etiquette, if I can call it that, or procedure. How do these things work? How do they do things?
Okay, so what they do is that the males head on down to a good breeding site, which is normally some kind of deepish, stillish pool, and they call to attract the females, and then the females choose which male the voice they prefer, and then they mate. And this happens very quickly. Western leopard toads are known for their breeding in August, so they're termed explosive breeders because they all congregate together at once over a very short period to get this breeding done. And so there's this mad rush to get to the breeding sites in August, and we're right in that period now with these heavy rains, ideal Western leopard toad breeding conditions.
That is so interesting. It's the female that chooses the partner.
Based on the voice of the male.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta
so
work
much
on those
impressing
vocals.
to do. You know, every morning, need to work on my vocal cords. No,
That's what they do.
Did you hear that, Tabisa?
Yeah, I'm listening and I'm just like, I don't think they quite do it like that, but we'll wait for December. Thank you.
Andrew, according to the Two Oceans Aquarium, hundreds of Western leopard toads are killed by cars during breeding season every year. How can the public help in keeping these toads safe?
What drivers need to do is to be really alert to the potential presence of these little toads, particularly now in the height of the breeding season. During the rest of the year, they're not spending much time crossing roads, but if they can put a concerted effort now into being aware of the toads and trying not to drive over them. So look out for the reflectiveness of the white underbelly against the tar, and any kind of movement that your eye might catch. It could be a Western leopard toad hopping onto the road. So really be vigilant, and if at all possible, try not to drive around the breeding sites at night at this time of year.
Thank you very much, Dr. Andrew Turner. You've been such a magical guest to have to chat to us about this. But of course, let's all be careful on the roads and watch out for these beautiful amphibians, Western leopard toads that can only be found in the Western Cape. I mean, you could say it's part of our heritage, you know. Let's look after it on the roads, and if you're able to, even lend a hand.